Yang mana milik anda?
Which one is yours? Which one is yours?
Jalan mana kita patut pergi?
Which way should we go? Which way should we go?
Buku mana yang terbaik?
Which book is best? Which book is best?
Yang mana milik anda?
Which one is yours?
Jalan mana kita patut pergi?
Which way should we go?
Buku mana yang terbaik?
Which book is best?
Cawan mana yang kosong?
Which cup is empty? Which cup is empty?
Jalan mana yang membawa ke sana?
Which road leads there? Which road leads there?
Filem mana yang anda pilih?
Which movie did you choose? Which movie did you choose?
Cawan mana yang kosong?
Which cup is empty?
Jalan mana yang membawa ke sana?
Which road leads there?
Filem mana yang anda pilih?
Which movie did you choose?
Warna mana yang anda suka?
Which color do you like? Which color do you like?
Tempat duduk mana yang kosong?
Which seat is free? Which seat is free?
Telefon mana yang berdering?
Which phone is ringing? Which phone is ringing?
Warna mana yang anda suka?
Which color do you like?
Tempat duduk mana yang kosong?
Which seat is free?
Telefon mana yang berdering?
Which phone is ringing?
Laluan mana yang lebih pantas?
Which route is faster? Which route is faster?
Stesen mana berikutnya?
Which station comes next? Which station comes next?
Kunci mana yang hilang?
Which keys are missing? Which keys are missing?
Laluan mana yang lebih pantas?
Which route is faster?
Stesen mana berikutnya?
Which station comes next?
Kunci mana yang hilang?
Which keys are missing?
Lagu mana yang sedang dimainkan?
Which song is playing? Which song is playing?
Hotel mana yang lebih murah?
Which hotel is cheaper? Which hotel is cheaper?
Peraturan mana yang diterapkan di sini?
Which rule applies here? Which rule applies here?
Lagu mana yang sedang dimainkan?
Which song is playing?
Hotel mana yang lebih murah?
Which hotel is cheaper?
Peraturan mana yang diterapkan di sini?
Which rule applies here?
Sisi mana yang betul?
Which side is correct? Which side is correct?
Idea mana kelihatan lebih baik?
Which idea seems better? Which idea seems better?
Tugasan mana keutamaan?
Which task is priority? Which task is priority?
Sisi mana yang betul?
Which side is correct?
Idea mana kelihatan lebih baik?
Which idea seems better?
Tugasan mana keutamaan?
Which task is priority?
Kereta mana yang anda beli?
Which car did you buy? Which car did you buy?
Kedai mana yang buka?
Which store is open? Which store is open?
Kereta mana yang anda beli?
Which car did you buy?
Kedai mana yang buka?
Which store is open?